Yeah.
Corner.
That was good.
Yeah. Got a couple Traverse City this long. So. Fast. You're coming in 312 miles.
That is nice.
Never saw it go by. Looks like it's over there. Top of us.
Yes, it is right.
I'm supposed to know who's on their shirt.
Is that
I'm supposed to know who's on their shirt.
tomato juice? Oh, are ya? You watching Game of Thrones? She was the youngest of the Stark family. Not today. He was the one who killed everybody. The Knights.
Go with Baker.
Yeah.
Related to the Stark family.
Pretty much. Was that a good show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. I liked it.
It's a good show.
Working on it right now.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's-
season 6.
It's long.
Yeah.
And you have to watch every episode because you can't.
Yeah.
Because if you miss 1 minute and then it doesn't.
That was about the only show I ever had to use closed captioning because I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Mhm.
Which shows.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Just never knew, and I don't know how that closed captioning picks it up.
I
I
know.
mean, it does, but side, especially when the heck was his name, the young guy or the short guy, Tywin or Tywin, you know, so he'd make his little wisecracks, and I never knew what the hell he was saying.
Yeah, the British accent, we're not used to it. You lose it.
They all have different accents, Scottish and.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's a lot of Scottish
It was
in there.
difficult to keep track.
You can get Mercer Fire, right? Right. Maybe driver, listen, I asked Marty today. Like, you didn't send one in, right? He's like, no. I'm like, "Oh."
I'm like, what?
So we have watch, we don't have, it was Apple here, so we don't use that.
I don't know what's wrong with this thing, but it's never right.
It's up there for your review.
My watch. I'm always either fast or behind or straight twice a day though.
Okay, it is 5:00 p.m. on Tuesday, October 10th, 2023, and I will call this regular town board meeting from the town of La Pointe to order. We'll do roll call. Mike Anderson.
Here.
Lee Baxter.
Here.
Susan Brenna.
Here by Zoom.
Samantha Dobson.
Here.
And Glenn Carlson here. We also have our town clerk, Alex Smith, our town administrator, Michael Kukta, our public works director, Ben Schramm, and audience. And I don't know that we have anyone joining on Zoom other than Sue. So the first item on business is public comment day. Paul?
I would like to state my opposition to the creation of mixed-use zone or expansion of the C1 zone in Middlebrook. Comprehensive survey showed the overwhelming majority of respondents oppose the expansion of commercial activities outside of the existing commercial zone. See page 61 and many other pages of the comp plan.
Hey, Paul. Okay, any other public comment? Right. The next item is to open bids. We have at least one bid for two bids for fire number signage. Okay. First bid is from Lang Enterprises. They are quoting installation. Also, they can't guarantee they'll be able to do installation. They've had trouble acquiring installation employees, and they can't foresee what 2024 will look like. However, for the signs, and they are estimating 1,000 signs. Installations. Okay.
Flip side.
Oh my. Thank you, Michael. So we have fire signs. Estimated quantity 1,000. $19.22 each. They also have steel post options. What either a painted green steel panel post, 30-hole punch, 6.5 foot, 1.12 pounds per foot for $9.53 each. Or galvanized steel channel post, same dimensions, 30 hole, 1146 a piece, or powder coated brown steel channel post for $16.62 a piece. If they are able to do installation, it would be at $16.86 each. Again, and freight charges for the 1,000 address signs and 1,000 posts would be $850.
What does installation include?
Installation includes, prior to any installation, each location shall be cleared of any underground utilities. Lang Enterprises will coordinate the marking of each location with the prescribed utilities that serve your area. Installation will include driving a new post in the ground in a uniform location and attaching the new address sign. We will also remove any old number as long as it is on a town-issued post. Any number that is attached to a structure or personal property will remain in place. All old material would be dropped off at a site within the town. And their uniform location guidelines are 18 inches in the ground, 15 feet from the edge of the right side of the driveway, facing home from road, and on the back edge of the right of way. Alternate location would be the same, but on the left side of the driveway. alternate locations may be necessary due to foliage, lot line boundaries, or other obstructions.
18 inches down, would they have to call Digger's hotline for every post?
Mhm. Says that from the beginning.
Prior to any installation, each location shall be cleared for any underground utilities. Okay, so that's Lang. And this is, next one is from Decker Supply. And they are proposing again, 1,000 signs. Color options. New aluminum will be used. Fire sign, $27.95 each. I guess this is, they call it green delineator 30-hole punch. I guess that's the post. They're $8.50 a piece. $8.50 a piece. 2,000 X bolts at 40 cents a piece. 2,000 white nylon washers at 15 cents a piece. And 2,000 jam nuts for a corner bolt at 15 cents a piece, coming to a total for them of $37,850 plus $925 of freight. So those are the two bids, and we take no action on those at this time. We'll put those on the agenda for the next meeting.
There should be discussion.
Oh, yeah, no, there will be discussion, but we're not taking action. We don't take action when we open bids, unless there's questions about the bids. But anyone have any questions?
Well, I've got a bunch of questions.
Company, no installation was
Mentioned.
mentioned at all. So
No,
that
so-
would be us doing it.
Yeah, well, if they don't do the installation, do they expect the town crew to do the installation?
So can we get clarification on that,
That's-
Michael?
The bid asked for installation quote if it was available.
Okay.
Well,
If you can, if I heard correctly, Decker is not offering installation. Lane is not clear if they would be able to provide installation, but if they can,
Maybe.
they would provide it at 16.86%.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere in Deckers where they are saying that this includes installation.
So we will put a quote together on budget in case we have to do it ourselves.
Got it. Okay, and that'll be on our next agenda. Next item, administrative reports, town administrators report. Do you have any questions or comments for
I
Mike?
got questions.
Go ahead, Mike.
Tomorrow, you're gonna do the Great Lakes Island Alliance. Is that up by Zoom?
Yeah, they're meeting for always things.
Okay. And then,
I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but it's reported out, so. I was interested.
and then on October 2nd, you and Glenn met with the consultant for the housing. How'd that go?
That's great. I mean, the fellow was is the consultant for this land trust idea and had a lot of interesting points. To be determined as to whether or not this is something that's feasible for us to pursue. But we're going to watch and see what this work group is coming up with. Sounds like they're moving forward with the land trust. Do you want to add anything to that, Michael?
Simply, I mean, he's got 20 years plus experience running a land trust in Minneapolis. He understands that any structure here would most likely be different than he was running there, but he brings a lot of experience, a lot of connections. How to do different kinds of buildings and homes within the same trust. Should be useful in this area where every community will probably have its own solution.
He was suggesting looking outside the box and maybe not doing, with a developer doing a huge number all at once, but maybe, 2 a year. And it might not be all built, it might be purchases, things that come on the market that make sense to put in a land trust and have available. But I think he is pretty creative and knows his way around this particular topic pretty well. He answered all my questions, so I was happy. Any other questions for Mike?
Well, I just wanted to say, I think for the money, the interest going into the general fund's fine. It seems like that's a question to us, so I thought I'd answer.
Thank you, Amy, and I would agree. The bookkeeping required to allocate the interest across all the different funds is probably more than more trouble, more time than the amount of interest that actually gets credited. So,
Well, I think the accounting treasurer folks can thank you too.
is that a consensus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Sue. Okay, other questions, comments for Michael on his report?
I was curious about your conversation with Tammy Baldwin and the Big Bay Town Park accessibility.
Sure, that's more just keeping lines of communication open. Every year, there are different standards for congressionally directed spending. For the fiscal year that Congress is attempting to create a budget for, the committees didn't give much leeway to the legislators as to what kind of projects they could put forward. The staff, and I've talked to 2 different staff members there. They're aware of what the project is, who it would serve. Obviously, they have a feasibility study in front of them, so they know potential costs that we are looking for. So it's a matter of just being on their radar, keeping in touch with them, and perhaps in the future, a committee will give different guidance to the legislative offices, and we might find a way in.
Thank you, Michael. The budget book's still on schedule for Friday?
You'll get a lot of numbers.
Okay,
The complete budget book, I'm not gonna promise, but we are still wrestling with designated funds and how to track those accurately, but I think we'll get everything else to you.
okay, sounds good. Any other questions for Michael? All right, Sue?
Good.
Okay, Public Works Director's report. Anything for Ben?
I got a question for Ben.
Go ahead.
Gotta find it first. Ben, on your second bullet point, you have Washburn County painted the stripes. Did you mean Ashland County?
I think on contract, there's not, so they're getting back.
Washburn County's down by Spooner though. I mean, that's an awful, well, I saw that and I thought that's an awful long way to be contracting out, coming up here, but if they did Ashland County's work. Why not?
It appears that it's quite a specialized piece of equipment that they use, and
Ashley County doesn't have that.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I saw it and it was like, oh,
Yeah, we'll say the timeline, we'll wait here,
Yeah, that's a long way.
any other questions for Ben? Comments? Thank you, Ben. I didn't see a MERS supervisor's report. No.
There's none.
Okay. Airport managers report. Okay. Planning and zoning. Don't recall seeing that either, but
We go.
I did
Kind of
get
like
that.
an off
I
day.
did get that, yeah. Thank you. Any questions on that?
No.
Accounting report.
What does mask policy mean?
Sorry.
What does mask policy mean?
Back in the COVID days, some federal funding was attached. Requiring that the community that received funding had to have a masking policy in place. So part of the challenge of lining up reimbursement for airport expenses is to track the time when we had a policy in place and when we did not, compared with when the work actually took place.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Thank you.
But do we need to have a mask policy put in place to get airport money? Do we need to?
Well, there was a mask policy in place.
We just followed,
But does there need to be a new one saying, like, please wear a mask if you have a cough?
no,
No,
That would be a policy.
Mhm.
it would be.
we don't have to have, not unless they say we do. We don't.
So this was just that we had to have a policy during a certain period of time,
Right.
and we're looking.
I believe so. If we need to make it clear that we still have one, and have one for current or future work, I will let you all know.
Okay.
We just followed the CDC guide. That's all we did.
Right, but I'm wondering, because it says this is till 2025. I wonder if we need to just say something. Yeah, we have a mask policy. Don't come in without a mask if you're coughing.
We'll try to figure out if that is still necessary for this kind of airport.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on the accounting
Next
report?
airport is different than.
Right.
People-
Right.
But
Any other questions on the accounting report? Police chief's report? Fire chiefs, go
I
ahead.
had a question. The information, the phone number to call Ashland County. Is there a way we can make that public? There's like, is that posted somewhere? For folks who don't call, keep calling our office here, so they know to call Ashland County.
we'll check on that.
Or like a
There's,
PSA.
there's I believe it's part of their voice recording here. Gene always hears them to that number. I will check our website,
As long as it's on the voicemail, that was, at least it's,
but I'll verify it.
yeah.
It's on the voicemail. It's not on the website. It's on the voicemail. So I mean, if they
Yeah.
call, follow.
Just say if we can put that information as many places as possible, because people are getting their information from
Yeah, I'll put it on the
everywhere. Cool, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Fire chief's report?
No, I mean, basically they're saying since they gave a report on September 26th, that covered most of September. Report. I tried to be 20 minutes out of them.
Okay,
We'll continue to share those as we can.
great. Thank you. Those were helpful. As well as the call summaries were, I think, very helpful to get. So if we could get those, that would be terrific. Thank you. Ambulance director's report. Any questions or comments?
Question.
Go ahead.
It was in regards to the billing. I was reading about how kind of confusing for folks. Will that change with it becoming a town entity, or is that something that you just can't even?
I don't want to predict it. The new billing company has an idea of how to do the billing directly rather than having a ferry operation bill patients. We believe they have found insurance codes that will at least get partial reimbursement, but at this point, Perth Ferry Management wants to bill for their entire cost. And it's our belief that the insurance codes probably would not cover everything. So I think that would be another decision we would have to make as a town, whether we want to somewhat guarantee that we're going to get a partial payment or just take a risk of all or nothing.
I have a curiosity question. It says in the fourth paragraph that Sarah arranged for EVOT training. Is that going to be on the island? Does anybody know? That requires a pretty big area.
I have to get it confused with both police and ambulance are doing evac, but I believe they're going to the mainland for that.
Yeah, usually it
The fire
requires.
department's also joining, so.
Go ahead, Bill.
Actually, I got two things for you. I can answer that one. I believe that ambulance is doing that here. I don't think they have a different program than we do. They are the basic county. Nurse office, which you have for years. I've been watching it as the first it's on. The police department's phone number after 6 rings gets automatically forwarded. There is no voicemail. It just gets forwarded straight to the non-emergency Ashland County dispatch.
Okay,
Sometimes people are getting confused on that, just dial one. But, yeah, it goes straight to them. I did that a year and a half ago because people were leaving messages for things we should be getting now instead of 2 days from now, so it's not a check.
Got it. Okay, thank you, Bill. Okay, any other questions on the ambulance report? Your unanimous consent to place these on file? Yes.
yes,
Moving on, Public Works, anything under road, stock and harbor? Okay, anything under parks? Okay. Next item, committees, planning and zoning. We have, I think everyone should have received the comprehensive plan. We're still waiting for maps from the planning commission. Those few will be by the end of the year.
Yeah, the contract is, it have them done by the end.
Okay. So I think if we could at our next meeting, come up with some sort of a schedule of when we want to. We've got a pretty full docket now of budget meetings. We're probably going to be spending a fair amount of time in November and December on potential ferry line purchase. So I think if we could just think about at our next meeting, let's try to come up with both, a time for us to have a workshop ourselves on it, as well as then, I don't know if we're required to have another public hearing, Michael.
No, the PPC got the legal agreement.
Okay, and then we'll need to, have a time when we can vote on it. Which we probably, from what I'm reading, we need to have the maps before we actually do our final vote. Is that your interpretation?
Either you have to do them together or you would have to amend the maps to. Obviously, it'd be easier if everything was done.
That may be, given the schedule, that may be how it ends up. So really no action on that item at this point. But we will put that on the agenda for our next meeting to come up with some dates. Next item, Winter Transportation Committee, appoint ferry line representative. And the Harbor Commission has asked Zach Montaigne to serve as their representative on the Winter Transportation Committee, which seems very appropriate given the ice rescue and his involvement with that.
Motion.
Yes, we do.
I'll make a motion to appoint Zach Montaigne as the representative.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
aye,
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Comprehensive Plan Committee. This is an amended contract to add some maps to the work for the Regional Planning Commission.
Make a motion that we amend the contract to add 3 additional maps, and that will increase the total to 11 maps and the price of $2,581.
Second.
Add the price, is it?
At a price.
Oh, add a price, okay.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
aye,
Motion carries. Next item, Town Hall Administration. We have resignation of the treasurer. The agenda says October 31st. His letter says no later than November 15th, but earlier if we can find someone. My understanding is that not to put the cart before the horse, but we do have someone willing to step in November 1st. And so I would ask if we can have a motion to accept Pete Ross's resignation as treasurer effective October 31st, 2023.
So, but his letter says November 15th, right?
His letter says as soon as we find somebody, but no later than November 15th.
We know that person's going to step in on November 1st.
Carol Neubauer, yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept Pete Ross's resignation as of October 31st, 23.
I'll second,
Moved and seconded twice. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries, and thank you, Pete. I know that was more than what it appeared to be when you decided to take this on, and we appreciate your candor in coming forward rather than doing something that you didn't like doing. So the next is to appoint or hire an interim treasurer. As I mentioned, Carol Neubauer has indicated that she would be willing to step in as of November 1st. And I think we can't put conditions when we make someone, when, you know, the statute doesn't allow us to say, well, we'll make you treasurer until this date. She has made it clear to us that the date is February 15th of 2024.
She'd be leaving.
Yeah, and that is the date that the property tax settlement is finalized. And her, you know, that's the big project that she was willing to step in and help with. And so we need a motion to appoint Carol Neubauer as town treasurer effective November 1st.
Is she gonna get the salary starting
Absolutely.
November 1st? She'll get the treasurer's salary,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And she's agreed to that.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make a motion to appoint Carol Neubauer as the interim treasurer starting November 1st through February 15th,
Well, I think
You can't
just,
say-
you can't say through, but just with the, yeah,
till she quits.
till she quits. There you go.
With many thanks.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Thanks, Carol. Any discussion? And yes, great, thanks. This is great. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And now anticipating, well, and Carol has said, just again, she'll stay till February 15th
You're not supposed to say that.
unless
It can be in, yes, it could be.
she will stay unless we find someone sooner. And so the posting is going to be posted now. And the hope is that we have someone no later than February 15th. But if they will start earlier, Carol's more than willing to step aside and do coaching from the side.
Yeah, getting some training would be a good idea.
Got it. So is there a motion? There is the job posting in your packet. Is there a motion to approve that posting?
I'll make a motion to approve the posting for the treasurer job.
Second.
Okay, and just for everyone who's interested, the deadline is November 6th to at 4 p.m. to apply for that. Any further discussion?
And that goes through the term, right?
That would go through the full term of April 15th, 2025. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, the library levy exemption resolution 2023-1010. This is our annual exemption. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve the county library tax or county library levy exemption resolution number 2023-1010.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
And
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item are vouchers.
I will make a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $41,359.69.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, minutes from the regular town board meeting of September 26th. Wait, Sue?
I was.
I don't have them in my hands. I'm looking only on online documents.
I'll make a motion to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of September 26, 2020. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, item 8, emergency services, police department, police scheduling. And I believe we need to take this in closed session because it is considering strategy for crime detection or prevention. So I will read, this meeting may, upon duly made motion, be convened in closed session under state statute 19.851D for the purpose of considering strategy for crime detection or prevention. If the town board goes into closed session, it will reconvene in open session before adjourning. Is there a motion to go into closed session for this purpose?
I'll make a motion to go in closed session under statute number 19.85, Quentin.
Or a second?
I'll second that.
Not quite yet. Once we pass the motion, then yeah. Is there a second?
I did.
Seconded in twice? Okay, and we have to take a roll call on this. Mike Anderson,
Yes.
Amy Baxter,
Yes.
Susan Brenna,
Yes.
Samantha Dobson,
Yes.
and Glenn Carlson, yes. So we are now officially in closed session and you could stop the recording. But we don't want to kick Sue off. There's a way to. Good.
Stop video.
Pause, stop recording. That button.
Or video.
No, but pause, stop recording in the middle there next to share screen. Pause recording. Okay. There you go.
And Zoom is off. Sorry. YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah, we have to turn off YouTube.
That is puns.
That one.
Yeah, it's not live anymore.
It's not live.
Stop recording.
Okay.
Green arrow.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone has received the memo that Michael sent out today.
Yes.
Michael, do you want to?
You mind if I turn Sue down a little?
Yeah.
Or to